You read that right there? In God we trust. We're gonna have to trust in Him today if we're gonna make $100 last in Japan. 100 US dollars is now 10,500 and some change of Japanese yen. So we're gonna see how long we can make this last. My goal is 2 whole days. I think that's ambitious, but I've been to Japan before. I know some of the best cheap spots to go, and I think we can make a really awesome 2 days out of it. I only have $100 to last me all of Japan. Can you give me a discount?
No.
Savage. One-way ticket to Kinchicho for 1,320 yen. I was just gonna put in 150 and get this like iced coffee, but then I realized we have 30 minutes for our train. So let's make this the most cinematic 150 yen ever spent. About an hour and a half later on the train, we're just arriving here in our side of Tokyo. Mi vecino es muy molesto. So I've come upstairs to hang out with my neighbor, make the most of the situation here. Turns out she's pretty cool. Come on in, I'm gonna show you a little room tour. You've got 2 USB ports in your wall here. You've got a reading light. You got this thing.
For the AC.
Oh yeah, it's AC. Oh, you got fans.
And then, this is my favorite
This is the best part. Get ready.
You can change the color, look pink.
So yeah, this is a pod hotel. We've stayed in one before, but this one's actually like moon themed. So they've got like astronauts all around the hotel. There's like 100 of these pods all throughout this room. So they pack a lot of people into a really tiny space, and that's how they're able to afford giving you a really cheap price in the scheme of everything that is Tokyo. So the convenience store culture in Japan is the best in the world as far as I'm concerned. There is 7-Eleven, Lawson's, and Family Mart, I think is the third one. And they have incredibly good fresh food that's super cheap. Thank you. That was about $4.25 to have breakfast with a smoothie, a coffee, and a ready-to-go sandwich, all here at Family Mart. That convenience store magic. We are starting off our day by crossing one of the world's busiest intersections here. And welcome to the video. This is Max. How's it going, guys? Are we gonna fit?
I will. I'm little.
Now, I don't know about you guys, I grew up watching The Little Mermaid, and so for me, there was one spot I want to see all of my favorite creatures. There's Sebastian. All your favorite characters are here. They're just no longer alive. This right here is Tsukiji Fish Market. And the best thing about it is for a budget backpacker, traveler's budget, this is completely free. Coming in here, experiencing the Tsuchigi. Do you know how to say it?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Good enough, we're close. But of course, you're not gonna wanna just come in here. You also wanna try some of the food. So we're gonna set aside a little bit of money to try some awesome cuts of sashimi.
Excuse me, hi.
Hi, I'm looking for the #1 sashimi. Do you know where I can find it? That right there was 500 yen, so about $4.50 for some really fresh looking salmon sashimi. If you don't like raw fish, come and give it a shot. If you get a really good cut, most people will be surprised that they might actually like it. Really good. I don't think you can go wrong with most of these vendors here. They're all getting their fish, I assume, from the same place. I only have $100, so I don't have that crab money, but do you think I could steal a bite?
This is crab money flying everywhere.
Yeah. Can I have a bite?
Arigatou gozaimasu. No. Yes.
Thank you. This is some free crab, luckily. I've got a crab mama. This is Max's first time ever trying crab. He doesn't know how to work it yet. Force it through or pull it out. He chose neither. I chose to just rip it apart. It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
There's some weird chickens in your side of Canada. Some of the freshest fish here on planet Earth. So delicious. like an 8-minute walk away from the fish market. This here is one of the cool gardens in Ginza. Tell us a little bit about the park.
It has bridges and there are fish.
Thanks for coming. This is Hama Rikyu Park. It's in Ginza, it's quiet, and it's only 300 yen. And it's an amazing place to practice your iPhone photography. I want to share with you guys some of the beautiful, beautiful moments we've captured here. Have a look. Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Oh,
incredible.
Thank you.
Very nice. Amazing. That just warms my heart. Whenever I see a fellow artist on their artistic journey, I love to give them a little pat on the back and encourage them to keep moving on, because ever since my kindergarten teacher threatened to fail me if I ever picked up the finger paint again, I've always had a soft spot for artists, or as I like to call us, artistes. So right now we're going through Ginza, which is the high-end shopping district, lots of expensive designer clothing, and we're on our way to our favorite ramen spot that's not really gonna fall under budget, but we've allocated a bit of our money, a bit of the budget today, because it's so worth it. Come here. You kids wanna buy ramen? I know the best ramen in town. Follow me down this alleyway. It's called soba. This is kagari, and the food we're eating is soba. It's kind of like a ramen. Let's go. Okay guys, so we've just ordered 3 of the Tori Paitan specials. On the menu it shows here as special chicken with white broth, soy sauce, and soba. And it is the best ramen, even though it's not technically ramen.
It's not ramen, it's soba.
It's the same. How's it different?
It's called soba.
What's different?
I don't know, but it's a different dish, it's called soba.
It's the same. The Japanese people aren't gonna like that. It's different, never mind. Oh my gosh. The smells that come off of it, it's just as good as I remember. Thank you, Ella and Melissa. You're the only reason we know of this place. Definitely a hefty chunk of our 100, considering the budget we started with. But when you come here, when you try it, you'll recognize that it's probably better to sleep on the street for one night than it is to go a day without eating this. What a fine day to read a novel after editing my video. Ah, paper cut. There must be a better way. Lucky for you, there is. Audible, the world's largest selection of audiobooks and audio entertainment, and today's video sponsor. Using the Audible app, you can listen to audiobooks using your mobile phone, using your Alexa, and so many other ways using Bluetooth. So whether you're at the gym, whether you're on a road trip, there's countless ways you can consume information, inspiration on the Audible app. That was a good pitch, Christian. Now personally, my favorite kind of books are always in the self-development category. I really enjoy finding the ones that can make me better as a person, in business, in relationships, and with Audible's endless selection of audiobooks and audio content, you're never going to run out of selection. So guys, I want to give you a 30-day free trial. Choose 1 audiobook, 2 Audible originals. If you want to get started today, it's super easy. Just go to audible.com/Los LeBlanc, or you can go and text Los LeBlanc to 500 500. One more time, it's audible.com/Los LeBlanc, or text to 500 500 the word Los LeBlanc. Right behind me here is the Galaxy building. Now, Kathy's been in Japan for about 5 days longer than I have, and this is one of the spots that she visited, and she said it's completely, how much was it?
Free! The only bad thing is that you only have like 35 seconds to take your photo, but then you can line up again if there are people and just go again.
Oh, here we go. This is so freaking cool. All it is one panel of TVs and a bunch of mirrors to reflect it to give you this like 360 like surrounding effect. I love this exhibit. I wish more places did this. We are right next to the main Harajuku street, and if you guys have watched my other Japan videos, which I have many others, go check them out afterwards. I've been to Harajuku. I've showed you Harajuku. We'd rather show you a different side. It's starting to rain.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I didn't bring a jacket. Hello. Whenever I see a fellow 3-wheeled vehicle driver, I always like to give him a pat on the back and support the craft and the art form, because when I was in kindergarten, my teacher told me if I ever got on one of those ever again, she'd fail me. One of my favorite desserts in the entire world is kakigori, and today we're basically getting something that's very identical. It's called a bingsu, and I'm about to show you what it's all about. It's so good when done right. I keep biting my lip and now it's swollen and I bite it every time I eat. I think it's good, but I hurt everywhere. We needed a bit of a sugar boost right now. Energy levels are a little low. It's not the best I've ever had. It's not even close, but it's still pretty good. It was $6. So I've done the math. So far, we've spent about $70. That means we have 30 left. With that said, we need somewhere to stay tonight. Although it is culturally accepted to sleep on park benches in Japan, and I'm not joking, we're not gonna do that tonight. We are, however, right now in Akihabara, which is like the video game robotics center of the city. We've set aside about $10, some fun money. You can make the money last longer. Like, we're not trying to preserve the $100. We're trying to show you what you can do with $100. And I think you're able to see that we've done a lot of things today. We've traveled a lot, used a lot of the metro system, and we've had a really good time. You can't put a price tag on smiles, can you? On laughter.
This is $1 million smile.
Max actually traveled to Tokyo about 2 months ago. And you traveled on average $50 a day for 6 days straight.
Yeah.
Any tips for budget travel in Japan?
Try to go to the places that you see a lot of locals at, because usually that's where the best deals are. If you're gonna stay somewhere, stay a little bit further out of the city. And then if you wanna save a lot of money, you can also rent a bike and take that into the city and ride that around. The bikes are super cheap. I got my bike for $2 a day.
That's so cheap.
It's a lot more work. You save a lot of money.
That's how you do it. So, if you've been thinking, Tokyo, I can't travel you yet, you're too expensive, think again. This does not have to be an expensive place. So I told you guys I have something special in mind with the final dollars that we have left. So, how much was it? Okay, yeah. No worries, keep the change. Wait, are you gonna give me the key or? We are here in Akihabara, look it. She's dressed up like a maid. This is the place of cutesy cafes and huge money traps. Do not go into the maid cafe. We have learned our lesson.
I miss them.
Okay, she wants to go back. This is probably the worst way you could spend 1% of your money here, but we're gonna do it. Sometimes it's just about having fun.
It's luck.
You gotta have a bit of fun, a lot of luck. Oh, under the leg, under the leg. Bring it home to mama. Oh!
Ah, he sucks.
Super potato! Takes home victory. $2 a month. Everyone here is like legit a prodigy. You know that guy that keeps getting headshots on you in Fortnite? That's him. It's time for me to lower the standards here. Alright, so finances are now getting a little tight, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't treat ourselves like kings. And that is why I want to show you guys one of my favorite spots here in Japan. This is Katsuya. And Katsuya is a donburi bowl fast food style of Japanese restaurant, but don't confuse fast food with low quality food, because here in Japan fast food can be really awesome. So this is katsudon, and basically it's like a donburi bowl. It's just rice on the bottom. On top you've got your pork cutlet, which has been deep fried. You got your soy sauce, put that on top, and right there you have an incredible meal. And this was $5. Now there is one more pod hotel that I want to share with you guys that doesn't quite squeeze into the $100, but it's an absolute must if you can afford it. This one right here. This is Zen Tokyo. It is so beautiful. Check it out. You can actually stand inside of your room, which is amazing. You have a little hanger here. It comes with a little toiletry kit. That way when you go to the shower in the morning, you just take your whole kit. It comes from here. These are all my neighbors. And that is how you spend $100 in Tokyo. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a big like, hit the subscribe button, and let's get lost again in the next one.